Welcome back, Naji here. So let's continue our discussion on Vertex AI, and in this video we will be discussing on how can we control the output of a LLM model, and also we will be discussing how can we keep the history of a conversation. Okay, so these are the two topics that we will be discussing in this video. So first understand the configuration or the generative AI configuration with respect to LLM models. Okay. So there are a lot of configurations are available through which we can control the result of a LLM model. But in this video, we will be focusing on four properties. So we specifically discussing on temperature and top K values, what is top P values and maximum output tokens. Okay. Okay, so these are the 4 points that we will be discussing. Okay, so let's go to next slide. So the first property is temperature. So what is mean by the temperature? Okay, so its value is between 0 to 1. So that is the range of values that we can given to the temperature property. And this actually controls the creativeness or randomness to a AI model. Okay, for example, if it is low, so you just look on this here. If it is low, so which means like it is safe and the predictable. Okay, because it will not hallucinate much, and if the value is high 0.9, it is kind of a hallucinate more, or we can say that the LLM model is kind of a free and it can think freely, it is more creative. Okay, so let's look on this example. The question is the sky is. Okay, so if you say sky is and if you want to fill the rest of things considering the temperature is 0.1, then it will say that okay, the sky is blue, right? So it's a predictable answer. Okay, and if it is temperature 0.9, so which means it is more creative, so it will say that okay, painted with dreams. Okay, somewhat it's a creative. So we will able to control the result of our LLM model using this particular property, that is the temperature. So if it is 0.1, it is less creative, and if it is 0.9, it is more creative. So based on our use cases, we can select the temperature. Let's go to the next, that is the top K. So what is mean by top K? It actually limits the AI to choose from only the top K most likely words. Okay, so what is mean by that? So we know that it's a LLM models. We can simply say that it's actually predicting the next word, right? Okay, so it may be predicting maybe thousands of words it can predict, but from that it is taking only the few, right, or one or two it is taking. So in that way, or especially like when output comes, it is only giving us a single output, but how it will choose the particular word. Okay, for example, we are saying that if k is equal to 4, it will take only top 4k. Okay, top k probable words, then it will predict from that 4 words only. So if I say like okay, top 10, so it will take top 10 words, then it will predict from that top 10 words. Okay, so based on our requirement, we can choose these top k values and we can play around with our use cases. Okay, so it's like a multiple choice test with only 10 best answers instead of 100 random ones. Okay, so that is how we use the top k. Then when it's come to top P, so it chooses from the smallest set of words whose probability is add up to 20%. For example, if I set top P is equal to 20, which means it will take from the set of probable words, it will take okay, which all words will give the total 20% of the cumulative sum. Okay, for example, I have a word one word is here which will give like a say like 50% probability, and I have another word which is 5% probability. So if I say P is equal to 20%, it will select the words in a such a way that the cumulative sum is 20. So for example, if you take like 50% of this words and 5% of this words, then it will select only these two words. Okay, and if you just I'm going back to k. For example, in a top k, I am saying that okay, top 10 words, so it will select 10 probable, the most probable words from the list of maybe 1000 words. Okay, from that I'm saying okay, I need to 20, so I'm setting like top P is equal to 20. Then from that list it will select words which is only matches this 20%, its cumulative sum matches this 20%. Okay, so that is how top P works. So here we can see just go through that. Means the very focused top 20 probability. So it will say, take only the words which will give the cumulative sum of 20. So it say, see here only first two words used, like 50% plus 5%, which give the 20%. If I make it 90%, what will happen? It will take other words too, right? Other tokens too. Then only like it will get the cumulative sum of 90%, which means we are increasing the number of words. Okay, so in this way we will able to control the output of a LLM variable, LLM. Okay, so next is max token output. So I think it's very clear from its name itself. Is based on the so if you set like max output 20 tokens, it will reset only the 20 tokens. Okay, so that is how we control the result of a LLM model. So I believe you guys got an idea about how this works. There are lot more other, but I'm not going to those videos, I mean those properties in this video. Okay, so let's go to our Visual Studio Code. So if you are remembering, or if you watched my earlier video, so this is my first notebook. Here we created a service account and we connected, and we have done some samples with Vertex AI, right? Now let's see how can we implement the configurations. Okay, for that what I can do, from Vertex AI, from generative model I can import generative configuration. Okay, now I can say generative config. Okay, here I can say generative config, and what all things I can do. So here we can see a lot of things are there, right? Temperature is there, top P is there, top K is there, then candidate count is there, the max out token is there. So a lot of things are there. So we will be focusing on the only thing that we have discussed. Okay, so let me put a temperature as 0.9. I can put top K as 100, maybe 20. Let's put top P as 0.5. Okay, now I can put the maximum output count. I'm just putting only 20. Okay, this is my configuration. Now let's see our response. Here I can say model dot generate content. I can say tell me a story of an apple. Just say apple in 100 character. Execute it. I can check rest.text. Here I can see 100 characters. This is saying something about the apple. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this configuration to this model, and we'll see what is the output. Here I'm going to say generative config. I'm just adding the generative config. Execute it. See, now we can see the length of the, even though in the prompt we have said it is 100 characters, we limited it through configuration, right? We put it like 20. Now we are only getting 20 tokens. We can check the token count. So let me copy this token count, and I can paste it to the tokenizer, and here we can check our count. So let's check the count. Let me clear it again. So it's not going. Let me refresh it. Let me put it. See, here we can see 20 tokens. So it is exactly returned the 20 tokens. Okay, so I have shown you that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it temperature 1, and let's see if anything is anything make change. Here we can see. Now let me copy and paste it here. Okay, so there is not much difference between 0.1 and 0.9. It's almost, no, they are giving like something different. Now we are getting something different answer, and here I can make it like top 9. Oh, sorry. Okay, so it's also giving something different. Okay, it's, I cannot make it top K 200. I can make it 10. Okay, so it's giving me like different answer, but somewhere it's giving the same result. Okay, so this time is change the result. So in this way we can play around with this configuration and we see like which configuration better for our use case. Okay, so that is about the generative config. Now let's talk about the memory or the conversation memory. How can we do that? Okay, so let's talk about that now. So here I'm calling the model.generative config. Sorry, model.generate content. I'm talking about, okay, name uh, my name is Naji Abu. Okay, I'm passing this. Let's add text. Let's see. Okay, it says nice to meet you, Naji Abu. How can I help you today? Okay, fine. So I'm going to ask about, again I'm going to ask about model.generative content. What is my name? Okay, give me my name. Okay, I am a large language model. I do not have a name. Give what is my name? So it didn't give me that name. Okay, and maybe I can ask a different question. Do you know my name? Let's see if that make anything. No, it's not giving me the name. So how can we do that? So it is very easy using Vertex AI. So they are actually providing a built-in function for that. For that, what I can do, so let me create a chat model. A conversational model can be created. That is very easy. I can do model.start chat. Okay, simply do this chat model.start chat. Now what I am going to do, I can ask chat model.send message. I can say that my name is Naji Abu. Let's execute it. So it says, okay, Naji Abu, it's nice to meet you. How can I help you today? Okay. Again, I'm going to ask chat model.send message. Do you know my name? Okay. So yeah, it's giving me a result. Yes, I do. You told me your name is Naji Abu. Okay. So it's actually keeping our conversation internally. Okay, so we can discuss more about the conversation part later, but this is the kind of a introduction that I want to give you. Okay, so if you want to keep some kind of a conversation history, you should use a chat model that can be created using the model.startChat. Okay, so it's very easy and very simple. So I believe we covered what we plan to do for this video. So I hope it's clear. So if you have any question, please ask me in the comment box. I will try to add that. So that's it. Please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.